Good day, everyone. Time for an audible. If you did not hear already, I brought every piece of equipment needed other than to put on the DVW Don vs. Wade race show. Every piece of critical equipment except our beloved Switch. How could I forget something like that, you say? I don't know. It was bizarre, but it wasn't in my backpack. I thought it was. Food was yummy. What Noodles is referring to, if anyone doesn't know, we just scarfed down some food, Isla and I. In fact, she's still scarfing a bit, maybe. I absolutely wolfed mine down in anticipation of this, which is going to be sick as hell. So we're doing the next best thing. Wreckfest. A little exercise in Wreckfest, right? Wreckfest, baby indeed, Mr. Showtime. What's up, Snug Mode? So this is what we're doing. I crunched down a couple of chicken tacos, actually, which was outside of my usual order. Usually every single day I order the same thing. This time I had a little chicken taco snack. It was yummy. I used to get those chicken tacos way back at the game trailers days. Can you believe that? We used to eat at a similar restaurant.
Back at Tacos P?
Yeah, back at Tacos P. Isn't that funny? Tacos P and this taco place have almost the identical menu. Like the food tastes identically the same. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like the chicken tacos are identical. Homemade tortillas, but they're identically homemade. Identical ingredients. I mean, down to the specific cheese and everything. It seems like an identical clone of the recipe. It's bizarre when you see that, but it's great because it's good food. So look what we're doing here. We're pumped up. I'm pumped up. Isla, through the kindness of her heart, has found a way to set up Wreckfest for me. Now this is her account. So what we're gonna do as a little thank you, try to get her as tuned up and far in this thing as we possibly can in 2 hours, okay? And look where we're starting, Regional Juniors, I love it. Now this is the kind of stuff I skip. Believe it or not, this is a demolition derby game, demolition racing game, but most of the time I'm not into the demolition derbies that much. I don't find them that fun. I don't know how you feel about that, Isla, but I don't find the demolition derbies that fun, so we're gonna skip that. And you know what else I don't like? I don't like these gimmicky things they do in the game. Racing school buses, racing lawnmowers, racing couches. I don't care for it. I don't know why. Maybe that's weird. This I love. Demolition racing. Look at this. Natural born wreckers. A little, some kind of, why would they do that? Call it natural born killers. Natural born wreckers. I don't know why they would make a reference to the 90s Oliver Stone movie here, but that's what they seem to be doing. Natural born wreckers. And it's going to be a 4 times race event. We're going to get right into it. Event. This is going to include 4 races. Whoops. Did I just start the event? I meant to skip ahead and look what kind of car we were going to have there. I guess we have a good car. Psychopathic drivers brochure. We're gonna find out. Maybe everyone's trying to kill each other out there on the road. Maybe there's a Woody Harrelson skin on one of these drivers, or Juliette Lewis. Maybe Tommy Lee Jones' decapitated head is on a pike somewhere out here on one of these fields. We don't know. We're gonna find out. Now look at this. So Isla, I should ask you, do you mind if I add, use your money here that we earn and the money you already have?
Do whatever you want.
So carte blanche, okay?
Carte blanche.
Isla's absolutely giving us carte blanche. We can repaint, upgrade, buy a new vehicle, whatever we want to do. So we will do some of that stuff. In this screen here, we can't do any of this. This is just simple tuning for anyone that's played the game. So first, we're just going to try to get through this event, earn a little money, get the feeling back of Wreckfest, make sure we haven't lost our step since it's been a couple days since we played this thing. And we're going to do our best to run some people off the road and thrash upon them. Look at this. The thrashing has begun. The thrashing has already begun. Look how quickly now. You definitely want to get to the head of the pack quickly in this game if you can, because it gets nasty if you're lost in the shuffle. Get quite nasty. So we're getting our bearings again. This little Mustang or whatever it is actually handling pretty nicely so far.
Check.
Isla is tuning up everything in here while we're doing this, just to make sure everything is all very enjoyable for you. Look at this. We're absolutely dominating on that first lap. 1 out of 16. on the first lap, so it's all up to us now. This thing is... Whoa.
Test a loud level.
Okay, testing loud level. Prepare yourself.
Woo! Check! Check! Loud! Check! Loud! Hopefully that didn't peak anymore, Chad. I don't fucking know.
Did it clip, or was it okay? Was it controlled loudness? How did that sound
It
on
should
the
be
old...
loud, but not peak.
How did it hear on the ear holes? It should be loud,
Not
but
peaking,
it
okay.
shouldn't start to get distorted or break down.
I'm only one person. When there are 7 of us yelling, it's way more noise.
Absolutely.
But theoretically,
things are good.
should be fine.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Once again, tweaking things is... Okay.
You need to do your best Huber, and I need to do my best me.
What is Hero say? Loud noise or what is it?
Loud noise!
Loud noise! Loud noise!
We gotta do it at the same time, ready?
Yeah. Loud noise! Loud noise!
Loud noise!
Loud noises!
Loud noises!
How was that? Enjoyable? Did that sound nice on the old ear holes? Look at us shredding dirt. No one
do
behind
it
us.
again. I gotta look at the. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Make a loud noise! Make a loud noise! Hey oh!
Ah!
See how that was? Was that? We've begun with domination. Absolutely domination. That's only the first of 4 events, okay? So we're going to try to keep moving on this thing. We're going to try to move fast. A little bit of a peak, but way better, Broshiro says. Hot dogs. Okay, there's peaking, but less blood coming from the ears. That's good. I heard peaking there, but not too bad. So we're tuning it in.
Yeah.
We're dialing it in, as they
Loud noises! Like it's not peaking on the computer. Loud noises! Or the board.
It's staying in the yellow.
Or on the XSplit. Nothing, like no visual cue that I have is telling me that anything is peaking.
I have just borne witness to that. It is, in fact, the technology is telling us you are within the safe zone.
The mic coming in, there's a peak there, but I think it's from before.
Savalac Sand Pit. Doesn't this sound like something out of Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's not, though. It's out of Wreckfest.
Loud noises!
Floor it.
Loud noises!
After this circuit, we'll go to the car shop. We'll probably change things up a little, okay? God, I love this game. It's so good. Miss Vicious. Yep. That's right. Miss Vicious.
You might, I don't know.
You might know a lot. Ram. Boom.
Much easier to mic for one person than 7.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. And the hard part now, though, I mean, the very difficult part is, you know, to pick up those lows.
That's
People
the
start
thing.
talking like this.
That's the thing. Like, people talk with little mice and then start screaming.
Yep.
How do you mic that? Without having mice in the shop, without having people wear gloves.
Yeah.
Because they would just rip them off when they got up to the bathroom.
Yeah. Sit on them, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. We're in first again, but that's, you know, we shouldn't. We should not have a problem cleaning up on these regional junior courses. We should not have a problem. The racing will get more exciting as the stream goes on because we're going to be doing harder and harder tracks. Hopefully, we can take it pretty far. Oh, they're keeping up on this one. So if I make any errors going into the last lap, it's up to me here. If I make any errors, if I give them any air to breathe, they're going to be right back in this.
All you need to be set up for your exact ideal. Yeah, that's what everyone wants. Because, like, we used to get a lot of notes that were quiet, but it was because we will get so loud so suddenly that I had it quieter.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's a tough thing to do if you don't have someone there that's actually manually adjusting levels. This is what you have in most complex sound environments like this in production. That's live. That's what you have the sound person on the board. It's not an easy thing. Constantly, all right.
And like, I could maybe put another, like one more shotgun mic, like
mic
in the
maybe
middle
up
on
here.
the ground.
Yeah.
I was thinking on the ground pointing up.
Yeah.
Because the mics are all very specifically placed, chat, to not have phasing.
Your professional gamer clip, it just got put up here. Remember when you did the most amazing thing on Earth yesterday? We're not doing wave race today, Donald. Final day. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I brought all the equipment and I forgot my Switch OLED. Can you believe it? Too far to drive in Los Angeles at this time of day. Are you kidding me? Can't make it back. I said, do I want to delay the stream a half an hour, this and that? I said, you know what? We got to get this thing rolling. My bad. I'll make it up. I will make this up to you. I don't know if we'll do it next time. I will do something. I feel terrible. So we're doing the next best thing. Dawn. We're playing Wreckfest. We're advancing Isla's career in this as far as we can within these couple hours here. And we're going to tune up her car. We'll probably make some purchases of some new vehicles, all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, the heat coming out of the Xbox is good.
Yeah. Whoa! Now you're starting to see a little bit of fun here. Things are getting a little kooky. I've been out in front of the pack so far this whole time, so there's not much action there. But stuff can get crazy when you get swept up in the competition. Oh no. Here, look, okay, looks like we have some challenger to my leadership. We have a challenger, Ram. Burnt in the last race. I think Ram.
Sorry, I said probably. He probably knows a lot.
Yeah, and I would appreciate your feedback. It's just, you know, not him. It's
Well, the problem is,
it's not,
you don't hear
yeah.
anything until Tyler Redden is roasting us. And it's like, I'm not monitoring the level while I'm on the screen, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Keep blinders. I still haven't watched that show. Uh-oh. I should have broke there. That was a messy turn. I got a safe little lead here now. Lap 2 of 3. I'm sure it'll help for me, at least because I think the couch is a little more forward than it was before. Like, how do I sound so far, Chad? Am I too quiet? Because I'm kind of in front of the mic a little bit right here. I'm leaning forward. Oh, gosh. I stopped paying attention, Isla. Major opportunity. Major up. There they are, pouncing on it. And this is lap 3 of 3. Oh, critical error.
I don't think we have enough shotgun where you go.
Is there enough dirt left for me to catch up? Oh, I messed up. I messed up, chat. That's okay. I'm trying to get back in it. Oh, we can do it. Yes. Yes, Ram. Sorry. Now, again, regional juniors, so this is not the hardest. We're going to get a lot farther, hopefully. There it is. Look at this. Absolute control over the course. This little Mustang or whatever it is handling quite good. Is this a Mustang? Anybody in chat know cars? Is this what we're driving here? To me, it looks like kind of like one of those Mustangs. What year is this? I don't know. Is this like a 76 Mustang or something? Who knows? Finally caught a Dawn stream. Modest Mind. Are you kidding me? I thought you've been for a lot of Dawn streams. But Modest Mind has joined us. Apologies, we're not doing wave race, Modest Mind. I don't have my Switch. Long story short, we're playing Wreckfest and making the best of it. It should get pretty exciting here once we get into some of the more challenging races. Crazy stuff happens in this game. Here we go, going into the last race in this event. Now look, we can go to our standings. We're in first. Ram is in second, but they're 90 points behind us. So we may have secured first place already in this event. Yeah, we're going to tune up, Mr. Showtime. We're going to tune this baby up. We're going to buy some other automobiles. We're going to do a paint job, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to need your opinions on some of this stuff we do. I'm wearing a headband today. That is true, mailman. Mailman, I'm wearing a headband today. What do you think? Is it all right? I'm also wearing my good luck medallion from Wave Race. This is a magical medallion, okay? Like I said, I brought everything except the Switch. You could say, geez, Don, you could have probably forgotten anything but the Switch and been okay, but that's what happens. Sometimes these things happen. Absolute attack of brain fog. That's what I'm blaming on. Metal Screamer. I like these narrow courses. Look at Metal Screamer. Oh, there's your natural born killer right there. There's your natural born record. Boom! Guess what? I'm coming back. So that Screamer is going to pay. Screamer's going to pay the ultimate price. They didn't think I'd be back so quick. Do you see how fast I got back in this race? Are you kidding me? Oh! Nasty. Very bad form. These racers are out for blood. So now this will be challenging. I'm in 9th place. Can I catch up? I love this. I love being in 9th place. I love that this whole group took pot shots at me, so I'm not going to feel guilty about taking anyone out right now. The gloves are off, okay? This whole pack up here treated me very poorly in this race so far, and I'm now seeking blood. None of these racers will get any of my pity. Look at this, I'm already back in 3rd place. Are you kidding me? You didn't think I'd come for revenge? After what happened out of the gate? I love getting put back early and having to fight your way back. It's one of my favorite things in this game. High pressure. Look at the beauty of the pink just gently touching, just kissing the cloud cover there. We're catching up. We're still in this. We can still steal first here. Whoa! Okay, they're slid into 2nd. Target acquired. Who was it? Screaming something that threw us out? They're out of the running. Screaming isn't even... Whoever initially bumped us very aggressively. I mean, that was bad manners. The way they... I was trying to little hit me over there, but I was going to take us both out. Absolute bad manners the way they tried to bump me multiple times aggressively and did force me off the road. They put me in a pretty bad position, but not enough to take me out of the race. And look where we are now. Right back to 1st place. I love it. 2nd lap. We still have a lap to spare. Ooh, our car's in a little bit of trouble. We did take some damage to the front end. As you can see, we took some damage to the front end. But we're cooking now. Keep your eyes on the road. Woo! Alright. Keep your eyes on the road, everyone. Sweet. Metal Screamer. We're going to see what happened with Metal Screamer after this race, where they finished up after their bad karma move. That was a bad karma move to just try to blindside someone like that. Whoa. They didn't call, but I can't answer it. There's no way for me to answer this call. Way to answer. Hopefully everything's okay, you know. All right, so look, we finished the tournament. Whoops. We got some, looks like they rewarded us with some new parts that we can add at the shop. We finished 1st, no surprise there. We picked up 400 points for Isla. I skipped past. I couldn't even see where Screaming whatever finished. Unimportant. We're moving on to the next event. Banger Racing. We don't have the right car. What do we need for that? We can't access Banger Racing. We can't access this. We can enter Folk Heroes. Here we go. Folk Heroes 4-time race event. Garage. Here we go. My cars. Let's see what else Isla has. So she only has a couple cars to choose from. This is why we want to expand this. So I wonder which one is okay for folk racing. How much cash do we have? 16 G's. Should we see what kind of car we can get? Do we want to buy Isla a new car? Look at these little things. We could get something cute like this for the folk racing and soup the heck out of it. How much do these things cost? I think these little ones are good for the folk racing. The Dominator. I like this car. When you soup this thing up, it's very cool. These are, a lot of these are locked. I think we can get the Dominator. Let's see about souping this thing up. I like this Dominator. Oh, whoops, the Boomer. Dominator. They were 10th, Mr. Showtime says. Okay, see what that bad karma brought them? Who knows where they finished in the tournament? Should we buy this for 12,000? We only have 16,000, but we're gonna earn a lot more money. We just earned some money right there. We only got 16, it's over 12. Should we earn some more money, Mr. Showtime? Should we do another circuit to try to earn some more cash? We don't want to blow, I mean, because this, we'd have to blow all of Isla's money because we'd have to upgrade it too. We couldn't just buy the car. Which would be the best to hit soggy, toxic waste guy for Robo? Buy it. Mailman wants us to buy it. Get the small car for 4K, Mr. Showtime is saying. The small car for 4K. What was that? That little tiny one? We're going to have to soup it up a lot. This little guy. The problem is the weight on these are so light, you can really be thrown around. How much is this little Firefly? It's a cute little one. 4,000. All right, should we just soup up this little one and see how it goes? I usually don't like the tiny ones because they really can get pushed around, even when you soup up the armor and everything. This Dominator, once you soup it up, is going to be good. This thing is good when you soup it up because it's got a nice weight to it, but you do have to pour some cash into it, and I don't know if we have enough. We definitely don't have enough to fully soup it up. It will open up a new set of races too, getting the little tiny one. Nothing wrong with a little bump and grind indeed, Swordfish 00830. 75 G's in real life, who knows? All right, here's what's going to happen. Let's race one more race. Let's get a little more money, but we will go to the paint shop. We got to change this paint job here. Give it something a little different. Everything here is this livery. Oh, okay, so you can change the flag theme. Look at that, eagles. Oh, wait, where's the eagle, though? It says eagle, but we don't see the eagle. That's odd. Where's our screaming eagle? Weird. Nuts. This isn't changing any of this. Oh, you know what we need to do? Style, maybe. There it is. We need to pick that and then pick the eagle. There it is. There it is. And the paint job incoming. Green. Oh, wait. Oh, how did I... There it is. Saturation. Saturation. No breathing. Green. We got to go a little darker. Green. What's the secondary color? This? Black. Pretty cool. Green and black, I suppose, is pretty cool. Should be good enough for now. Livery, we got the eagle. Do we want anything else? Let's look at the other ones. Oh no, all we have is the eagles, flames, and... Ah! I reset our colors. Why would you do that? Why would you reset that? Alright. It's not beautiful, I'll be honest. I'm not crazy about this paint job, but we don't have a lot of options here. So that's what we'll do for now. Maybe, should we even bother upgrading this car right now or just save our money? Maybe just save our money. This one seemed to dominate pretty good in that last race. I have a feeling we can... This is another 4 races. We'll see. We qualify, so how much? We're going to get 1,200 possible for this? We'll see how we do. Oh, green purple would have been good. I should have gone purple. Darker green. Ah, I missed it. I'll do it on the next one, okay? I think I can't change the paint now. Purple and green. What was I thinking? What? Yeah, why did it go back to this red? I thought I picked black. What's happening here? All right. You know what? We need to get out of here with this. I'm not happy with this paint job. Give it an upgrade or two. We got the cash. Green, purple. Yeah, of course green, purple. I don't know what I was thinking. Something's really up today. I'm spaced out. I'm spaced out. I don't know what I was thinking not doing purple. darker. And a little darker green, yes? Oops, not too dark. That's... Should we just go neon? That's kind of cool there. What do you think? Upgrades. Let's see how much some of this stuff is. We can get the race engine in here for 13,000. My goodness. 6,000 for the sport. That just gives us a lot more acceleration, which is nice. 6,000 though. That'll bring us down to 10.
I'm thinking that if I up or lower the threshold on the compressor, then it might pick up a little more of the quiet, so that would fucking me up.
Wait, vehicle's not eligible.
Try it. Any difference there, chat?
This was very weird how the tires don't affect performance of this game. That's an odd thing. These are $800. I'm gonna get these. Even though they don't, you know what? No, I want to save as much possible with money. I want to buy new cars. So there we go. Okay, we're racing. No performance tires is so odd. Like everything else affects performance.
The color, I haven't really seen or read or whatever the color or
the book.
All right, we need to test some loud noises again, everyone.
Prep your ears. There's going to be
ears.
loud
We're gonna
noise.
Do the. He's standing in for Huber, and I'm standing in for me.
And I should be back here near the mic.
Yeah. All right, ready? Here we come. Loud noise test. Here we go. Loud noises on 0. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Loud
Make a loud noise! Make a loud noise!
Loud noises!
Make a loud noise!
noises!
I like how you did that 3, 2, 1 just like GoldenEye. It reminded me of there, unlocking GoldenEye.
So the input peaked in audition, but not on the board. Loud noises! Ha! Yeah, that's not peaking. So, and the main thing is not peaking.
Oh, did you see? I love when that happens. Absolute took out 3rd place, battling for 2nd. They got taken out of the equation. Boom! Look at them trying to do a little bump and grind. Boogeyman. Boogeyman wants to bump and grind.
Boogeyman, get him out of there.
Get out of there.
Back to the closet with you.
Back out of there. Alright. We're in control of our own destiny now. What do you think about this?
I love it. It's a great looking
This is
vehicle.
our Joker mobile.
Yeah. Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk mobile. Still haven't watched that show.
Gosh, it's pretty good. Huge fan of the comic series. Huber said I'm the only She-Hulk fan on Earth. Is that true?
Oh, wow.
That's what Huber said.
You're the one.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised they didn't focus test you.
I know. They didn't even contact me about this thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's why this is happening, because the peaking during Easy Chillin' was insane.
We're trying to always improve. Where we can. Things got reset we didn't know about.
Yeah, the podcast, well, he normals it to -6. I mean,
What's
what
wrong
I'm
with the
seeing
podcast? It's
here,
too low?
like when I'm, no, they're saying it's way louder than this. What I'm seeing on the levels, like out of audition, we're going to like -10. Well, I can't see it from across the room, but.
Mr. Showtime, his favorite comic book character. I love She-Hulk. She's probably definitely one of my favorite. Not my favorite. Vampirella is probably my favorite. But Vampirella has some really rough runs. So that's not across the board. I mean, so does She-Hulk, so does every superhero. But
Yeah, this.
Vampirella has some real crap and some amazingly good stuff. Mostly older. Vampirella hasn't been good in quite a while. I mean, you know, whatever. There's some talented artists and all this stuff. I'm not trying to disparage anyone, but the golden age of Vampirella was a while ago. Some good stuff.
Yeah, so with Don talking and me talking, we're hitting -6, which is old broadcast standard, which is what Don puts the limiter to on the podcast.
I refuse to
Everyone's just way more on
participate
mic
in the
on the
noise
podcast.
wars or whatever.
No, but like everyone on the podcast probably sounds like me talking into this
I love
versus
the
Don talking into those, and that's just proximity to the mic.
Just an absolute fist fight getting through that bottleneck. Did you see the slugfest that just took place, Chad?
And that's just what it sounds like with different mic distances. So like we could move all the shotgun mics down and like have just hella in the shot. Like they'll be, like it would sound better. It would just look weird when we bump into them.
Fighting our way through it.
It's all
There's no easy
finding
solution.
the balance,
Yeah.
Chad. It's a project.
Trial and error. Hey, this is what everything ends up needing. Well, fighting our way. They came to race today. Oh, here we go. Spin out. Got a little 100 for that. They threw me an extra $100 bill for spinning that little yellow buggy out. And Night Devil is nervous. Oh, I misread their brake. Touche. Nice move, Night Devil. I was going to absolutely take them out right there, big time. And they pumped the brakes at perfect timing. I misread their maneuver. It ultimately didn't matter, though. Look at that. Overtook them. This little bottleneck here can be fun. And oh, no. Oh, I almost pushed him into that concrete tire. That would have been so epic. Night Devil is not backing off. One of us is going to go down and go down hard before the end of this thing.
All right,
we're only on lap 2.
Bye, chat.
Isla, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
We will soup up your vehicles as much as possible.
Please
Get
do.
as
Go
much
for it.
cash as possible. Thank you for setting me up here. Hopefully everything goes good.
Blood, I was actually talking about something similar to that. The camera would be far away, so it would sound really roomy, but I was thinking of mounting a third front mic, like here.
Yeah, how am I? I'm in front of the mics now because I'm leaning forward and the couch is forward, so it probably does not sound
Like, I'm
great.
talking,
Is that what they're saying?
yeah, I'm talking right into the mic. Well, I mean, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, I would put it, the problem is of the distances, so it would have to be about the distance that these are away from each other, away from both of them, right here.
I can get on the back couch. Maybe it'll sound better.
I don't know about that.
Does it sound better here if I'm just sitting here?
I mean, yeah, that mic is actually pointing at you.
Is this better?
A little more.
I sound closer.
He's literally
Because, well,
closer
before
to
I
the
was
mic.
like in front of the mic,
He's
so now I'm
literally
in a more
closer to the
proper position. That's the thing too. A lot of I mean, some of it comes to us also that are on camera. We need to be a little bit aware of, noticing things like that. Like, oh, I'm actually physically in a bad position. Uh oh. Well, you know what? Leave it. I kind of, yeah. You cut my face off, right? Leave it.
I'm gonna fix it.
I like it.
They're gonna get all weird if I don't.
Chat, a poll, with or without my head in this stream. I'm leaning towards.
Here, I'm gonna make you a little bigger.
Cut the head off. Cut the head off, and the body will live. That's the saying,
Yeah.
Right?
I have the camera. I changed the camera so it's just stay on this plane, okay? Or you'll be completely off camera.
Clay Ridge Circuit. Which way can I go? Not that
Not
way,
that
so I can
way.
go this way.
Yeah.
Is that more
There you go,
centered?
that's perfect.
How's that? Does it still sound okay? Oh, look at this picturesque sunset. Bathed in golden light. I don't think I've seen this exact sunset in this game. Is this new? I don't remember this particular sunset. Bye, Isla. Have a nice one. I don't remember this particular sunset. Although it's a little harder to drive from farther away from the TV. A little bit harder. But I'll make do. The Boogeyman, back in the mix of things. This is one of my main competitors. Oh, this is a fun course. This one is fun. I only recently started going this way. I used to always take the right path. But the last couple times I played this game, I like going this way. It's a thrill. You come down here at such extreme speed. Oh, and some of the collisions that can happen down here are so intense. But you maintain a higher speed going on the left. It's a little more technical, but you do come out of that descent with a much higher speed. Look at us, once again. I don't remember what's over here. Is that in the game or outside? Someone was beeping. I couldn't tell if it was the game or outside. Night Devil. Oh, look at that war wagon. I love that they're racing the war wagon. I've never been able to do so great. I've tuned up the wagons, and I still have trouble with them. They're hard to control, as you can see. Sayonara, baby. Out of here. The war wagon is toast. And we're cooking. Look at the speed we're maintaining here. Very nice. Woo! Look at those sun rays. Love it. Must not be the game. Someone outside is laying on their horn. Just absolutely laying out on their horn. Whoa! I always forget about how sharp that turn is right there. I get a little nervous coming up that embankment. The Joker Mobile. Pretend we just did a bank robbery in Gotham City and we're getting away from Batman. You'll never get us, Batman! Ha-ha! Floor it, boys! Target achieved. Lead for the length of a lap. The Joker. You know, this Joker Mobile, I'm going to do something very unexpected, I think. A lot of people are going to be shocked by what I'm about to do. In light of having this Joker Mobile, in light of us doing so well, I'm going to do something very surprising. This next race, I'm going to dedicate this next round, which is the last round, race 4. Thank you, Mr. Showtime. Thank you, Screaming Argonaut. I'm going to dedicate this next race to Jared Leto's Joker. Guess what? You want to hear something surprising? Maybe it won't be surprising coming from me. I liked it. I like Jared Leto's Joker. What do you think about that? Are you mad at me now? Is anyone mad at me for saying that? I hope not. But I dedicate this race to Jared Leto. Not enough races have been dedicated to Jared Leto's Joker. And I actually like that. And I'm not saying that with any irony, sarcasm, snottiness, nothing. That is a 100% honest statement. I feel that, you know, it was probably cut down and altered a lot, and it might have been better overall if we would have been able to see it in its full glory. Who knows what the story is behind it. I mean, I haven't researched this, so maybe I'm completely misinformed. Maybe I'm off base. What was there was interesting, and there could have been a lot more. Well, look at this, a split track. Thrasher is nervous. Did you see him going up on 2 wheels? And I'm going to keep the pressure on. Look at this. Absolutely pressuring Thrasher. There's no way you don't know I'm behind you, right? If you're Thrasher, is there any way Thrasher doesn't know I'm behind them? This might get ugly. You have to be very careful in here. You can easily get overly aggressive and say, I'm going to take this punk out, and before you know it, you're tangled together and you're spinning out of control together, doing a beautiful dance of death off the road. We almost went into that concrete barrier fast. Night Devil's coming for me. I gotta be very careful here now. Again, once again, this is mine to lose. This is mine to lose. Mine to win. Woo! A little sloppy there. We're at lap 2. Oh no, it's not over yet. Boogeyman back from the dead late in the 3rd lap. Will we have enough to pull it out? Boogeyman, I didn't know he was right on my 6th. Oh yes. Look at that maneuver. Gutsy. We went all in. Oh no, unexpected. This is not over. This race is not over. Boogeyman absolutely applying the pressure. We got to keep this turn tight. Now this is making me feel like Wave Race a little bit. There it is. We got it. Took it back. I like the 60s Joker, Wormhole says. You know what's crazy? That show is freaking awesome. It never appealed to me because it was so out of context, the look of it and everything, even the humor. I just didn't get it. I didn't like it. When it, you know, because my dad, I remember, used to love that. He would say, well, check out this Batman. I don't like it, Pops. And what was it, a couple years ago or something, there was some marathon. I ended up to start watching this show, and you know, oh, that's what it was. I saw the Batman movie from back then. 1966 Batman. The movie is sick as hell, and it got me into the show. Yeah, the Adam West one. 1966 Batman movie is actually very, very good. We completed it, so we're done with that now. Alright, so we're earning Isla some cash. We're unlocking events. We got folk heroes. We got a banger derby. Banger derby, banger derby. Wait, so that's not a demolition derby. So a banger derby is a race, right? Oh, but we don't have a car for that. The sofa challenge. I don't like this kind of stuff. Demolition racing, canyon crash fest, a heat race, one race, and a four-wheel drive frenzy. Well, we can do this. We can do canyon crash fest. We're trying to get some cash. Look at that. We're up to 20 G's. Okay, we're going to stockpile some money, and then we're going to buy Isla. Sick ride. They fight on a submarine. Where don't they fight in that movie? I mean, there's a bat copter, a bat boat, a bat motorcycle, a bat everything in that movie. They pull out all the stops. I think they fight on the submarine near the beginning. And there's a shark. There's a shark that attacks Batman, I think, or Robin. 66 Batman is insanely good. Doesn't hold a candle to my favorite, Batman Returns, but it's very, 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 very good. Hard to compare those two, honestly. They're so different. Hard to compare anything than the Batman movies in 66. It's just such a different thing. The only thing you could maybe compare to it would maybe be like Batman and Robin. I think you can compare that because those are both as insanely comic books. You know, I used to really like, when I was younger and I took Batman very seriously, Batman Forever, but especially Batman and Robin really bugged the heck out of me, right? Like it did for a lot of people. They said, this is garbage, what's going on? Over the years, not only did I get a fondness for it, I liked it. You know why? Because they just said, we're just going to be a complete insane comic book. Comic book, like goofy comic book, similar to how 66 Batman was. And I got a respect for it. It was just hard coming off the dark Burton Batmans and seeing what it was becoming. You know, you love the Burton ones. You say, why don't we keep this going? And that's the funny thing about, you know, it's like as if the Matt Reeves one would have suddenly been some kind of chuckle fest. You go, what's going on here, right? It'd be a big change. Doesn't mean it's not good. But I actually did love the Batman, and I didn't think I would like it. Can you believe I was probably the only person on Earth that saw the trailer and said, this isn't for me. But then I watched the movie and I loved it. It was great. Very good movie. Fun watch. But it ain't no 66 Batman, is it? Woo! Cruising, yeah. Cruising Exotica. Cruising on Mars. What's my dream car? Probably like a Volvo 240DL, you know what I'm saying? Drop that thing down a little bit. Tint out the windows. I don't know what my dream car is. I'm funny, actually. You know, oh! That was a thrill. You ever seen your life flash before in your eyes before? That's what that was. Wow. Very close to a high-speed head-on collision. But we got away with one. First place. I love some old Cadillacs. There's a lot of... I saw an older Cadillac on the way to here, the studio today, which was sweet. I took a picture of it because I said, I don't even know what that is, what model it is. I'm going to research it to find it out. I love the idea of the Cadillac. Some of the older ones are really nice. I'm not crazy about the whole design of them now, but they do run smooth. A nice, soft, cushy Cadillac. Take some of the airs out of the tires, you know. Highly anticipated here. We did it. The Batman was a great theater experience. If you saw it at home, I feel for you, not nearly as good. Interesting, mailman. I saw the Batman was my first time back to the theater after the pandemic. I want to say the F word. It was such a fun experience. Going to the theater every weekend before the pandemic. Can you imagine my favorite pastime? Cold turkey. No theater for a couple years. When I came back, it was the Batman. I said, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Loved it. I've only seen like 4 or 5 movies since starting this year, believe it or not. I still am kind of easing my way in. The other day, I went in the evening, I told this story to some of the allies, went to the theater specifically, late night show, a movie that had already been out for weeks. There was no one in the theater when I bought the tickets specifically. I waited till it was like a Wednesday late show. No one in the theater. I got the tickets about a half hour, 20 minutes before. No one in the theater. Big theater, we're talking, okay? Not a tiny little one, still a good-sized theater. I say this will be a nice, safe experience. I'm a little paranoid still, this and that. What happens? You can't make this stuff up. A lone person comes into the theater, who knows if they bought a ticket or not, comes in about 20 minutes into the movie and proceeds to begin coughing extremely loudly. I mean, this you can't make it up. It's stranger than fiction. And I'm hearing the movie, and then I'm hearing this coughing, and I'm saying, this isn't happening in the movie. What am I hearing? I turn around. Sure enough, this person has decided to sit. There's a theater with about 60 rows of seats. Maybe not that many. Maybe, 25. And they decide to sit 2 rows behind me. Directly behind me, and begin coughing in my direction. I got up and left. I couldn't tolerate it. I said, this is unbelievable that people are extremely rude. Would you say? Yes? So I missed that one. This is why I got to be very careful now. Still going to the theater, but at this point I'm like, you know what? I just got to get back to the theater. It was really disappointing. It was an awful experience. It really made me upset. I said, how could you not be aware that you're coughing? I mean, they're not obviously doing it on purpose. They're not coming into that theater to target me specifically and say, hey, I want to go, ruin someone's evening. I don't think they were doing that, but they were just, I said, how could you be so unaware after everything you've been through? No matter what you want, okay, you don't want to wear a mask, whatever it is, this and that, you have your own beliefs, that's fine, but to cough behind someone like that continuously and loudly and enter a theater that late and do that in an empty theater, it's odd. It's not very considerate, but that's the world, so what can you do? You can't get upset. You say, you know what? I gotta protect myself. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this theater. I bailed. It's very disappointing. And you should have seen the snacks. The snacks I had. I was about to eat a pizza. I had already gone through most of my pizza. I ate the pizza during the previews, but I had my nachos, my red vines, this large drink, all kinds of... Around red vines, I think I had some sweet tart ropes. Why are we doing this one again? This is another event in the same thing? I missed that. Is this the same course we're doing over and over in this event? I was placed in first place this time. The infants and baby thing is interesting, Rebirth. I'm going to tell you a story about that as well. It's interesting. Now, yes, absolutely. My mind, I say, look, there's nothing wrong with bringing young kids to a family, especially if it's a kids type of movie, a family movie, this and that. Are kids going to be perfectly silent and well behaved? No. But should you at least do the best you can to, like, facilitate them behaving in the theater? Yes, and obviously you should be understanding if there's, like, it's a kid, so if they're making some noise, getting excited, saying, oh, this, that, whatever, if they're in a kid's movie, and then, but you go into horror movies. You go into, oh, there's some action we've been waiting for. You go into an absolute movie that's a hard, oh, get back on track. Oh, no, we're in trouble now. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. We got to reset. I hate resetting because it breaks the context of the race. I don't like to do it, but if you don't, you could just give up the whole race. So I say, why put the feature in unless you're going to use it? I'm more understanding. Long story short, I'm a little more understanding because, yes, that used to bother me a lot too, but it's a little bit time and place. But it does bother me when the parents aren't making any effort and the child is also being egregiously loud and it's maybe not a complete kids movie. If it's a total cartoon and you got a million kids in there, it's like, hey, that's a free-for-all. You just got to kind of say, look, if I want to see this movie in a theater experience, part of it is on me. I got to go later, whatever. But people should, at least make a little effort because, that's all. The kids are smart. 2-year-olds are smart. They understand when, if you're communicating with them, telling them, this has to be a quiet, talking quiet in here, whatever, this and that. It's not like they're not going to understand, but there are some people who are extremely inconsiderate with that. And yeah, that can be disturbing to say the least. Are we going to be able to pull this off? It's a six-lap race. I wish I could read your comments right now because I bet some people are saying some interesting things about kids in theaters. I know it can bother a lot of people. Whoa! But yeah, I remember when I used to work at a theater. I worked at a theater for quite a while, In fact, I have some interesting stories of that. That could have been my career, easily. I walked away from a career I could have retired from, believe it or not. Can you believe that? Here I was, one of the youngest. In fact, when I first was promoted to manager, now we're not talking assistant, because I climbed up through the assistant ranks. I was general manager of a theater at one point in my life. Can you believe this? This is a story I've never told, at least not to you, I don't think, chat. The youngest general manager in the entire country for the company I worked for. I'm not going to say what it was, but it was a major chain, one of the major chains. When I was first promoted to general manager, now the general manager is the king. That's the top of the food chain at this location. I wasn't the regional manager, but for this location, which was a multiplex, I rose to the ranks. Can you believe Don in charge of something? I was a very, very responsible person as a young person. I retired at a young age, though, you know. I said, look, I got to figure out what life is all about. I'm going to retire from the movie business. I'm going to pursue something different. And I did a whole bunch of different things after that. But at the young age of 21, I was a general manager. I had 40 plus employees under me. Everything, the cash, the inventory, the hiring, did it all, right? This was an exciting time. My point of this story is not to tell you this amazing time in my life. I loved working at the theater. Can you believe the amount of people that take like 2- and 3-year-olds into a horror movie, into movies with a serious adult content, violence, graphic violence, and then let their kids scream and not scream, but just talk and blah, 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 all this stuff. It was very rude, and a lot of people would come out upset, and I was an unbelievable problem solver. You wouldn't believe how well I solved this. On a nightly basis, I'd have to solve this problem of someone being absolutely justifiably upset. And look, hey, there's no question about it. In my theater, if you bring a kid into an R-rated movie, the kid has to be behaving. If they're not behaving, you're going to get passes, you're going to get a refund, whatever you need to make it right. But you can't stay in there and ruin the experience for all the other people. If you're in a kid's movie, though, you got to be a little bit, you know. So what's happening now? Sandpit Smack Fest. We are demolition racing. We're eligible for this. We have 23 Gs. We're killing event after event, but we're not making that much money. We need to unlock the next stage. They need to unlock the next stage. Believe it or not, yeah, a lot of people, I get that a lot. I'm over 21. I can drink legally. To not let those kids into the movies, yes, Mr. Showtime. However, you have to a certain extent, you have to follow certain policies now that are handed down, you know, mandates. Now, in my particular theater, believe it or not, I know it sounds insane, at the time, because this is not the case with every theater, they had a policy, which is insane to me. Obviously, I'd say R-rated, you can't have anyone under maybe, you know, whatever, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 10. Old enough to obviously be able to control yourself. They had a policy at the time of if they were accompanied by an adult, a guardian, that was over 18 or whatever, they were allowed to go into R-rated, whatever. You couldn't say no. At the time with our theater, it would have been a discrimination thing. You couldn't have done it. That was the policy. And so people would come, and some would be responsible, and some would not be responsible. So that's how the world was back then. But you get a lot. Most theaters now have a better policy, but it's not often enforced. Many theaters do have a policy of no one under whatever age, but sometimes they don't enforce it. ArcLight is very good at enforcing these kind of things. But there's different things going on too. There's different things going on. I'm younger than you think. Most people, when they guess my age, they guess a little bit older. I'm a little bit weathered, okay? I know this. Look, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I'm weathered. But when people hear my age, they go, what the heck? You're just a kid. What's going on here? I say, I know, look. I don't know what to tell you. I've lived life to the fullest. I told you I retired in my early 20s. You know, I worked very seriously. I was very serious. I took on a lot of responsibility in life at a very young age. I was doing stuff responsibility-wise at, you know, 16, 17 that some people don't ever even get to in their lives. I was a very driven and responsible person in a different way. I've changed throughout my life. And then, you know what I did? I retired. I said, I'm going to retire. And most of my, and I retired from that kind of lifestyle and responsibility. I walked away from it. But can you imagine? I would have literally probably been able to retire pretty soon. Who knows when? Another few years. I mean, I would have stayed with it, but who knows too. Would I have been happy? I don't know. I met Isla, yeah, and things got a little more fun, didn't they? Absolutely no regrets, that's for sure. Well, some regrets. Okay. I've been to the Bahamas a whole bunch of times. I'm telling you, I retired at an early age and I lived life a little bit. It was a very unusual lifestyle I was living for someone like myself. People would go, what the heck are you doing with your life? I say, look, I don't want any responsibility. I went from massive responsibility to no responsibility for a long time. We're in race 2, saving up a little bit of money. Yeah, 80s I know a lot about. Here's the thing though, the reason I know so much about some 80s stuff, and I don't know that much, but the reason why I've played a lot of NES games, why I've played crazy stuff like Vectrex and stuff like that, not because I grew up in the 80s, but because I had an older brother and sister, that there's a nice little gap between us, and some of my best friends growing up, especially my neighbor across the street, his older brother in particular, a big gap between us. And so video game wise, I actually got, because of our older siblings, which there was a significant gap between, I had got access to a lot of stuff that was before my time. We're talking in, you know, before my time in terms of like, I wasn't like a very old kid during the heyday of these things, you know, obviously. Wow, where am I going here? Am I going the right way? Oh no! Where did I go wrong? I made a critical error. I misread the course. The thing that's crazy about Wreckfest. Oh no, did I? Where did I go? Can I restart the race? Will it let me restart? Are you sure you want to restart? I'm surprised. That's very generous. It lets you reset a race in the middle of mid-tournament. That doesn't happen very often. Major oversight. Oh, is there music on? Thanks for that catch. I didn't even hear it. Thank you. Better play it safe. You know, I didn't even hear the music, but whenever I play this, I've never had the music on. I forgot this game has music. I love just hearing the raw sound effects of the vehicles, the metal bending, crunching, and scraping. Look at all that. The tires and traffic. I'm getting bullied over here. I want to follow the pack a little bit because okay, so we go back down this way. I got disoriented on this track. I got a little disoriented. Look who's back, Metal Screamer. Ooh, precarious positioning. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. Handled it pretty well though. This is a nice heavy car. Did we ever figure out if this is a Mustang? It has a nice weight to it. Even if some of the cars in this game, you get a lightweight car, even if you add weight to it, even if you add a bunch of junk to it, it's still kind of light and small, and it's easy to get pushed around. I like to have one of the cars with a little bit of weight to it. Whoa! So you can bump and grind. So you can do a little bump and grind. We got it. Hopefully after this event, we'll unlock the next difficulty level. We need some aggressive AI in here. We haven't seen enough action today. I'm nervous about taking a wrong turn. I don't remember this course very well. Yeah, interdimensional travel does crazy stuff to your age. That is a fact. It is very interesting. It is very interesting. Ah! Why would you turn that way, Metal Screamer? Why? That was Metal Screamer. Rival. They say rival is Big Papa. Why is Big Papa my rival? Metal Screamer should most certainly be my rival. Well, Big Papa is my rival in name only. I am now seeking out Metal Screamer. They have done extensive damage to my front end. Look at that! Oh, they tore me up good. They tore me up good. Metal Screamer, I mean, they're not in good shape, though, after that. I don't know why they did that. It looked like they targeted me. An absolute vendetta. An absolute vendetta. Like I've never seen. Can you imagine? Were they carrying that around with them all the way from about 4 or 5 races ago? Anyone that missed it, me and Metal Screamer got tangled up a little bit, starting out on top. They finished 10th, and it seems they were carrying around a grudge all this time, and that was blatant targeting. That was blatant targeting. They were looking to take me out for good, permanently. I mean, they were looking to put me in a body cast there. Who runs full speed into someone else like that? 2 out of 3 laps. We're doing okay. Ah! Oh no. Dead Fred, haven't seen the likes of you yet. And they came up and pumped their brakes now. Look at this. What are they running? Running some kind of... This is the scary part. This is the scary part. This is the scary part. Boom. See you later, Fred. Oh! Later, Fred. The Joker lives to see another day. You'll never get me, Fred. Joker mobile is sick as hell. We are the quintessential villain right now. Look at us absolutely smoking. Floor it! Floor it, Joker. Zoom! Airborne. Do you know how thrilling even a couple feet of air like that feels in a real car? It's absolutely insane. It's also insane how much it hurts to land. Jumping cars hurts. Even a few inches off the ground hurts, unless the car is made to be jumped. With an advanced shock system, you know, suspension, a very soft suspension or whatever. I mean, it's got to be made to jump or else it absolutely hurts. Even to take a tiny jump. Here it is. Is this the finish line? Nope. Coming up here. We did it. We did it, Dia. Nice dodge. Woo! That was exciting a little bit. That was a little exciting. But we're winning. More cash for Isla. This is what we want. Fattening up Isla's bankroll. She's got 25 G's now. Let's get her more and more and more. More money. The Joker is winning the race. Batman and Boy Wonder stop him from getting the reward and stops his bombs. Tune in next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Even inches being born. This is what I'm saying, bro. Shiro, you know what I'm talking about. Even inches airborne in a car is an absolute thrill. It's a psychotic thrill. There's Dead Fred again. Who knows what he'll try in this race after what we got away with in the last one. We've got to fight our way through. Fight our way through. Maximum aggression here at the beginning. Out of my way. That's not going to be so easy in these later races we're going to get to soon, hopefully. Hopefully we unlock some of these. We're going to clear out most of the regional juniors at least for Isla. Oh! Look at that. The effects in this game. Gosh, this game's great. Oh, what is that game? Someone in chat recommended a spiritual successor to Wreckfest that's not quite out, but it's coming out very soon. I looked it up after that stream where they suggested it, and I was like, wow, this looks great. Odd this game is getting no publicity, and I said I'm definitely going to check it out when it comes out, and now I forgot what the name was. Maybe chat will remember again. Trail Out, that was it. Who was it? Mr. Showtime? I checked it out. It looks very good, and it was insane because it seems like it was a budget game, but it doesn't look budget. It looks like it has good production values, but it seemed like a smaller game because it was getting no publicity and this and that. When's this thing come out? Trail Out. It looked good. Looked very good. Antenna ball in the car. I do remember when I was a kid, Jack in the Box. You could get an antenna ball from Jack in the Box, and they had like different ones. Do you remember that phase of Jack in the Box? I went to there a lot when I was a little kid, and I remember you get little ball things for your antenna and. When I was a little kid, I remember. And they'd have different themes, you know, like Christmas, Jack would have a Santa and all that. I think Jack used to do that. The Jack puppet used to always do a bunch of different themes of Jack. I don't really remember what they were. I just remember you could get little Jack antenna toppers. That was a while ago. I remember being pretty young when that was the case. Look at all these tires strewn about. Number of laps in the lead, okay. Absolute decimation. Oh, I just want to go so fast! Freaking love driving fast. Look at this. In this game. Antenna jacks. wonder why they stopped doing that. They're probably bad for the environment. I think those were made out of, not styrofoam, but something weird. Probably people literally probably flew off of people's antennas. And then fish would probably try to eat them or something, I'd imagine, because they kind of look like a yummy piece of fish food. A little floater. Arm. Best. I haven't even been looking at our times. Oh, look who's back there. Who is it? Daddy. I forget about his name. Something Daddy. Something Daddy is trailing us. Something Daddy on our 6. What's the name of that? Dead Fred. Oh, it's Dead Fred. I thought it was something Daddy. There's a Daddy racer in this one. I know there's an AI Daddy. I've raced against them. I have raced the AI Daddy in this game, and let me tell you something. It's not a piece of cake. Here comes Daddy! Daddy Fred. Oh, boom! Oh, he was pushing aggressively. You see what happens, Fred? You overdid it a little bit again. Fred doesn't know when to say when. It's one thing to bump someone in this game, but when you push that hard, like he tried to push me clear off the road. And almost got me. If he would have committed a tiny bit more, he would have, but he would have been coming with me. It's very dangerous to try to do something like that, but it's also very nasty. It's a nasty thing to do because you're really trying to take someone just out of the race when you do something like that. Here comes Daddy. I think there's a Papa. Oh, maybe it's the Papa Screaming Argonaut I'm thinking of. Oh, Taco Bell used to have plastic silly straws that wrap around. Those things always freaked me out, the silly straws, because I always thought, you know what, how the heck are you going to wash in all these when it starts spinning around like that? It becomes hard to wash in there. And I always was afraid there'd be some bacteria or something in there in terms of reusing it. First use, yes, but those big spinny straws get kind of freaky if you're washing them and reusing them. Silly straws would smell so bad. They're male again. Knows what I'm talking about. Everyone had Garfield stuck to their car windows, Screaming Argonaut says. Garfield stuck to their windows. Questionable cleanliness. A different kind of shark fin. All right, let's go again. I think this might be the last event in this little circuit, so we should win some good cash for Isla. Once again, the light rays, the smoke, everything in this game. Oh! We're gonna try to save it. They've done a lot. Now this should be fun. I'm gonna try to catch up. We're 16th. Oh! We're 16th out of 16. But because it happened in the first lap, I'm going to say let's catch up. Let's fight our way back through the pack. It will not be easy. There are only 3 laps, so we're going to have a flawless race. We're going to have to make some pretty good moves. We're going to have to probably have a tiny bit of luck on our side as well. So we'll see if we can do this, but we are certainly going to try. There's nothing better than vengeance on the road in a game. Absolute opposite of real life. Never good to have vengeance on the road in real life. Ever, ever, ever. Never get upset driving. This really would never be worth your time. But on the road here in Wreckfest, fill your blood with vengeance. Yes. I haven't had a chance to take anyone out. I'm just slowly crawling back. Look at him. I'm not slowly, actually. I'm already in 4th. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the next thing. This regional juniors is way too easy. We're winning way too easily. A little more challenge is going to be nice. Us and Metal Screamer, look who it is again! Our old rival Metal Screamer. The pressure was too much for them. They saw me coming up in the rear view and they said, oh no. Feel the anger flow through you. Ah! Took that one a little wide. You're a great... Oh, look at this. That's a cross. That is intense. I love this. What do they call those? When it's just a cross, there's a word for it. When the two roads cross each other with no stop sign, and you have drivers going full speed. I forget what it's called, but boy, is that freaky. That's where the luck comes in. Earlier, when I said we're going to need a little bit of luck, just because I'm in first right now, I can be taken out big time at that little crossing. Clean. We got a clean win here as long as we don't get taken out at that railroad crossing. Cross section? Is that what it's called? After this, I'm going to have to slug down some Mountain Dew. Please remind me. I haven't taken a single break since we started. I've been trying to maximize the cash we earned for Isla. I want her to have a nice chunk of change. And you know what? At this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe we won't buy a car for her. Maybe we'll let her buy it. I don't know. We'll see. She said I could do whatever I wanted. She said, feel free to buy anything you want, spend any money you want, do what you want to do in this game. So we'll see if we decide to buy a car at the end. Maybe we'll buy a nice car for Isla. Maybe that's what the crunch will be. We'll save up as much money as we can and buy her a beautiful car we think she'll love. That's a nice thing to come back to, isn't it? After you let someone Wreckfest, come back and have a beautiful car waiting for you. Here it is. Cross your fingers. Oh! I let off. That was actually me that saved us because I let off the accelerator. I saw that one coming. Sometimes you do not see them. It's just impact. Absolute T-bone at freaking 100 miles an hour, and that's not fun. Visually, it's wonderful. But a lot of times it's just game over in terms of you finishing the race. But visually, it's wonderful. This game, unbelievable damage. I brought one of my favorite destruction racing games from way back in the day. I brought it to the Hall of Greats, Destruction Derby 2. It did not win. That game was so freaking good. But obviously, going back to it, sure, it's dated, you know, PlayStation 2. But Wreckfest, I think, does it better. Even than that, I gotta bring Wreckfest to the Hall of Greats sometime. Have I brought it? I don't think I brought it, but I really want to. There's a Hall of Greats coming up in a few weeks. Should I bring Wreckfest? I think I've teased the idea before. I've considered it. I've flirted. Name her new car, Iron Pisswater. Surprise her and buy her a real car. That would be sweet. Oh, with her company card. Oh no. I think I still have a company card. That's not good. I gotta drink some dew. I absolutely have to do the dew. Look at this. We have her up to 28 G's. We're saving. We're unlocking all kinds of parts. Flawless victory. Thank you, Broshiro. A flat out. I loved launching the driver out of the car. I did play Flat Out. I forgot about that. What the heck was Flat Out for? That was PS3, right? I think Flat Out was PS3. That was a fun game, too. Oh my gosh. Nothing like a Mountain Dew, let me tell you. I indulge in them so rarely. I think I've told the story before. There was a summer when I was a kid when I drank so much Mountain Dew. I had unlimited access to it. I spent the whole summer over at my friend's house, and he had this house outside of the city in the country. Beautiful house. Acres and acres of land. Whole bunch of trees. It was a forested kind of piece of land. Huge. I mean, you could walk around for a long time and never get to the perimeter. And we had an unlimited supply of Mountain Dew, among other things, like brie. We had an unlimited supply of brie cheese, tortillas, and Mountain Dew. And you say, what the heck do you do with brie cheese? We would make quesadillas. Now you want to say unlimited supply of brie. What are you talking? I'm talking this. My friend and I would make ourselves full-size quesadillas. Anyone doesn't know what a quesadilla is? Of course you do, right? Melted cheese and tortilla. Full size. I'm talking about like a pizza, a flat tortilla covered in brie, thick brie. Another tortilla on top, melt it down, and we'd eat the whole thing. We'd eat these things all day. We drink Mountain Dews, like I'm talking about popping them like water, so, you know, just popping them back. And we would go on these missions hunting cicadas. It was a season of cicadas. It was the summer, so the whole countryside was filled with these cicadas, and you heard the noise everywhere you walked, like a horror movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what I'm talking about. You always hear those cicadas. That's that bug that makes those buzzing sounds. That's what we would do all summer long. We would slug down Mountain Dew, eat, and we'd also watch improv comedy at the time. Big improv comedy at the time we would be fans of, so we'd watch improv comedy, and we'd walk around his property, his vast estate, hunting cicadas. And we'd be drinking Mountain Dew. The point of my story, I drank so much Mountain Dew that one of my teeth crumbled, a molar. I had a molar. You say, what, Don? I thought you had perfect teeth. Well, apparently not. As a young guy, when I was slugging down about a six-pack, more than six-pack, I probably drank a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. No, we were kids. We were drinking a lot of Mountain Dew. Teenagers, you know, teenagers drinking Mountain Dew. Unlimited supply. His dad would just stock the kitchen up with Brie and Mountain Dew and say, do what you want to do, kids, and we would. And my tooth one day crumbled on account of the Mountain Dew. I'm talking about absolute crumbled, like it turned into sand, and just crumbled out of my mouth. It was freaky as hell, and I said, what the heck just happened to my tooth? Look what this Mountain Dew did to my tooth, I said to my friend. He said, yeah, look at this, it's unbelievable. I had some dental work done, and I said I swore off the Dew. Because before that, I went crazy for Dew all the time. I swore off the Dew and never again. But, you know, years later, every once in a while now, I had a Dew, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, every couple months, once in a while, maybe even not that much, a couple times a year, I'll have a Dew now. Like right now, I'm drinking a Dew. So this is a special moment, this is a special occasion. We're just going through this course like a zombie, chat. I'm not even hardly paying attention, I gotta be honest. We need some stiffer competition. We need to unlock the next level of races. These junior regionals are too easy for us. Look, no one's behind us. The competition gets very hard in this game, trust me. I'm playing on the extreme difficulty, I believe, the last time I did. It gets very crazy. But it's still fun as hell. Now, you can still lose these races. I mean, you saw what happened earlier. I lost focus for a second. I made a major error. This is a great day. Dew, Wreckfest, chicken tacos. Oh, life can get pretty sweet, chat. Let's be happy, right? Fuck, I feel good. I feel good right now. A belly full of Mountain Dew, chicken tacos, surrounded by chat, a village on top of a leviathan, humming. No idle citizens. I mean, today has been very, very good. It's been a very good day. Breathe it in, chat. Life can get pretty sweet indeed. On the case of the Dew Factory. Yeah, there's a whole bunch, and more story came from that Dew thing, but I thought I'd give you some Dew origin story. That led to a lot of other things in life. Not to mention the dental work, which I won't get into now, but let's just say I had some pretty special things done to replace that tooth. First again, we got some fender flares. We got some more cash. If that Freedom Planet Sonic inspired game looked interesting to you, just FYI, the second one just released and it's excellent. Freedom Planet. That did look good. We're on the second race here. Well, we have $29,000. I don't know what's happening, but I'm losing track because I'm going in autopilot mode. Did I enter another tournament? What's happening? Did I restart the same one? We're earning money. No, this is a different course. I don't think I did this one yet. Okay. The Joker lives to race again. Ben lives on Coke Zero. Not well, you know, I'm all high and mighty up on my thing here talking about I got off Mountain Dew. Years later, when I thought I was off the Dew, yeah, I'm off the Dew, the Coca-Cola came in hard. I mean, I was slugging down Cokes like it was nothing. I got very into Coca-Cola later. So, you know, you could argue that was even worse. But for the most part now, I'm off of soda, for the most part. I still indulge here and there, but I try not to drink it on a daily basis. I've had my fair share of soda, though. I've indulged it over my life in a lot of Coke, a lot of Mountain Dew. I mean, I drank a lot of Sprite, you know, so, you know. You gotta put limits on things sometimes. Coke cleans pennies, I know. Coke is a wonder drug, isn't it? Coca-Cola is just absolutely amazing. The things you can do with this liquid. I remember us doing that when we were little, doing that experiment, trying to dissolve. I thought it dissolved a penny. Doesn't it dissolve a penny? It just cleans it? I thought if you left it in there long enough, it dissolved it. Maybe that's just cherry Coke? One of the Cokes dissolves pennies. Or dissolve anything, I think. Metal, bone, you name it. It can clean battery acid. After this set of races, we're going to see where we stand. It hasn't told us we've unlocked the next level of races yet. So there's a lot of races you got to do before you unlock them. I forgot how many races there are in this game. Mango Coke? That I don't remember. I don't remember Mango Coke. It sounds like it could be pretty yummy. I feel like getting reckless because I haven't had much challenges here to my racing, so now I'm starting to feel like getting reckless. But I shouldn't do that because I give it all up too quick. They're still back there. I mean, I'm not dominating. They're back there. It's just Coke. 3 years ago? I was the last human to drink Crystal Pepsi, that's true. I do miss Crystal Pepsi. Oh, Crystal Pepsi! I miss Crystal Pepsi. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Pepsi Blue? What's that? How are there so many sodas I don't know about? I like to keep abreast of my promotional sodas. I've heard a lot of people say this. McDonald's Fountain Coke is better. I'll be honest. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's flat, though. It really depends on who's running the machines. You can't let this stuff go flat. You can't let the CO2 get low. That's another little trick I learned in the theater business, you know? It's the fresh mix, absolutely. You got to keep the CO2 topped. Low CO2 tank is going to put less sparkling fizz, and you know Coke needs a lot of fizz because that helps that bite. So that good Coke is fresh CO2 tank. Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. This is the stuff we like. This is what we like. A little bump and grind. There it is. There it is. Very nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mad Molly is, very reckless. Boom! That was a sick maneuver. Poison snake. You gotta get get out of this league. Hopefully this will be our last race and we can move on to the next level of competition. Oh, this is a funny little turn. Whoa, that's a crazy little turn. You gotta be careful there. Easily flipped your car. I'm not sure if going right or left is better there. I'm gonna have to check that out on the next lap. Oh! I was looking at chat! Well, now I wanted a challenge. Now I've got it. One more lap. We're in lap 2. Boom! Spin out. Got 100 for that. They pay you little bonuses. Cause destruction. This is going to be fun. Okay. I thought I might get to sideswipe Uncle Big Bob, but they handled it quite good. Uncle Big Bob handled it quite good. The bear. Come on, we gotta get around these two. Easy. Oh, this is this funky little part. Poison Snake. Look at that, rising to the top. Using Poison Snake for a... Oh, I thought they might wreck back there. That was almost a very cool... I saw the craziest crash the other day. I mean, it was a while ago, a few weeks ago in this game, where someone went cartwheeling. They were cartwheeling so fast, and they probably did like 20 cartwheels. It was the most insane thing. I think I clipped it, actually. I should pull that off my Xbox. Oh! I didn't handle that good. This race is far from over. Oh, I have to be very careful. This is the last lap, but I have to be very careful. Okay. We're gonna go this way again. Oh! Sweet. Tweet that? Tweet what? Screaming Argonaut. Thank you, Screaming Argonaut. What should I tweet? It's probably about time for me to send a tweet. It's been a few months, probably. I'm making this look easy, but I'm in the junior leagues. You must understand. I think this is the easiest level of races. So it's, you know, the competition isn't quite there. I very much want to get into the unlock a higher league. All right, we have one more race. Let's pay attention now. One more race in this circuit. And I think we're going to get out of the National Amateurs. See, we're in the amateurs right here. We got to get out. Oh, my clip of the cartwheeling? Yeah. Oh, God, it was so insane. Later, Client Devil. Thanks for joining. A little bit, you know, the Xbox Game Pass. I mean, do you like Burnout Paradise? I do like Burnout Paradise. However, I like Takedown way more. And I feel that when they remastered Paradise, I feel that was a mistake. The thing I don't like about Burnout Paradise is the feature you added where you're essentially just indestructible. When you're turboing, I believe, right? You just like nitro, you just, I'm trying to remember, but I think you like just blast other cars out of the way, essentially. They changed things. And I can very confidently say that Takedown is my favorite Burnout. And I have nominated that one to the Hall of Greats as well. It did not win. I like Paradise, but I like Takedown a lot more. And Paradise, they took out some of the, I don't know what you call it, just some of the stakes, essentially. They really took some of the stakes out of Paradise. Uh-oh. Look what I did there. That was unusual. A lot of people followed me. Look at it. Sledgehammer, are you racing or are you trying to take me out of the equation here? What's happening? Sledgehammer followed me through the fields there. Poison Snake. This is a fun one. A nice narrow track. Yeah, so I do like Paradise, but Takedown is my favorite of the Burnout series for sure. Burnout 3 Takedown. That game is sick as hell. And the mode in that one, they have the regular racing, which is fun, but then they have that destruction mode, and it was so well implemented in that game, where you get to crash and cause as much dollar damage as you can. I would love that. I love that mode. It's so fun. when it's calculating all the damage you do, it's so addictive. And well implemented in that game. But Takedown is just insanely good. I would have been so happy with the remaster. I'm not sure why they did Paradise. Why that choice was made. A remaster of Takedown would be so good. So nice to see that. Nice HD. I enjoy pointing out Paradise and agree it's not the best one. Yeah, it's like how it's like good. It's a good game. It's awesome. It's a Burnout. It's a good Burnout. I remember, I think that's what it was about it, right? Am I wrong? Like, when you use Nitro in that game, you just throw other cars out of the way, right? You essentially kind of just suddenly become... Like, you just take down other cars when you use Nitro. So you just take out, like, 20 cars. It's very unrealistic. It's a very arcadey thing, which is cool, but... It kind of took away the value of the wrecking because it became this thing that was a little less risky for you. You just become this insane... like super battering ram. Sledgehammer was living up to their name, trying to take me out, trying to smash me. Sledgehammer was trying. Oh my gosh, this game is so sick. I love it. I hope we unlock a harder mode. Woo! That was fun. Went up on one wheel there, I think. Defying gravity. I love defying gravity. Defying gravity has to be one of the greatest things ever. I'm so curious to see how you're going to traverse the Sky Kingdom in Tears of the Kingdom. Surprised they haven't shown us something other than climbing and, you know, this and that. Like, I was surprised in that trailer they didn't just show one shot of Link traversing in some kind of aerial way. I mean, I know there's not going to be anti-gravity, but... Alright, look at us, over 30 G's now. We're saving up quite a bit of money for Isla. Completed. That's another one. We're killing it. So let's see. Have we unlocked? Oh, look. So we unlocked National Amateur. Oh, we were already in National Amateurs? Oh. We completed Regional Juniors, and it just automatically put us into National... That's what I must have been confused about. I was like, what's going on here? Where there's a lot more races in Juniors than I thought. We began in Juniors, so this has actually been Amateurs. So we're still dominating Amateurs. Well, look, we have a lot more to do here. Survival, Banger Racing, but we don't have a vehicle for it. Demolition Racing. Yeah, I guess let's try this Demolition Racing. Oh, we just did 6 events, so we did Sand Pit. So, yeah, so we did some longer ones. That's why that took so long. Those were each 6. What time is it? 5:40? Those are both each 6 events, you know, 6 different races. So that took a while there. We just finished 2 big circuits. This one looks like it's a single race. Demolition Challenge. Let's try it. Demolition Racing Challenge. Oh, this is just on a loop or something? It's on a paved course. We're going to find out what happens. We're going to see what happens here. Oh, look, they changed our car. What the heck's going on here? They switched us to Isla's other car. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how this one handles. We haven't raced this one yet today. We haven't raced... Oh, and look, we're turning... This is going to be a loop turning to the right. Okay. These can be fun, though. Because you can start doing just one big, giant donut, essentially. If you get cooking fast enough. Ooh, this has some sharp turns, actually. You're not going to be able to do one big giant donut on this one. Oh, I remember this course. This gets very fun because you're going to end up getting a whole bunch of cross traffic. Cars coming right at you. This is going to get intense. Keep an eye on the road, chat. This is going to get very fun, actually. And very dangerous. You think you're in the lead and you say everything's good, and suddenly you have a whole bunch of cars coming straight at you. And you have these crazy hairpin turns. These turns are hardcore. I mean, you have to absolutely burn rubber to get around them. Then you come out here, and you gotta stay on the inside of the track. The further each lap, and look, it's 6 laps. So by the time we get to lap 4, 5, and 6, it's gonna be a freaking war zone. This pavement is gonna be an absolute war zone, littered with car carcasses, burning puddles of oil, you name it. And you can easily go through those walls too. You can get pushed through those walls. That's not fun. Now look at this. Coming around here, you gotta be careful. And you get taken out. See what I'm saying? The cross traffic is beginning. Wait till we get to lap 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be insane. This is a fun one. And around some of these paved turns like this, look at this. Woo! You don't want to overdo it. You gotta be careful. You'll actually slow down. But this turn, you got to be very careful. You got to be very careful. You got to stay ahead of the pack. You can really get bogged down. Stay on the inside here. We're doing good. We got a nice little cushion. You can take the turns the other way. Oh, you can? Are you sure? I've never seen anyone. None of the other cars ever do, so I guess. Really? I'm nervous to try that. I might throw off my rhythm. Oh! Someone is hunting me. I am being hunted. Oh, I got a little lead on him now. So fun. Finish in first position. Cruising, yeah. Remember, Huber and I did do hunting Huber in on season 2 when we were hunting Huber. We turned the tables on him, and I hunted him in Wreckfest. I think he got away, no problem though. The course we were on, Huber just had too much room to escape. I couldn't catch up with him as far as I remember, but we had a couple of fun moments. I picked an odd car. I think I picked the wagon for that race from what I remember. And it was odd because I never, you know, I always struggled with the wagon. But I liked it. I think I remember because I had an awesome paint job. I think it might have been purple. I had a really cool paint job and the car looked intimidating. I thought it would be very good for the show, you know, just because it looked like a good car to hunt someone with. A wagon with like a purple paint job just looked very intimidating. It's a big, the old 70s family wagon. But it did not handle. It couldn't accelerate good. It had a problem. It wasn't. It was an odd pick for me because it wasn't a car I usually drove in the game. So it looked cool, but it didn't provide me with the best performance, for better or for worse. And when you're playing Huber, you got to be absolutely on top of your game because he's not making any errors. So even if you have your best vehicle, it's kind of a shot in the dark if you can pull one off from me. Someone like Michael Huber. Absolute master. Similar to Bradley Ellis. Absolute masters. So I was hunting him. We had some fun moments where I popped out of some shrubbery and stuff, but I don't know if I ever got him. I don't think I did. That's a fun episode if you haven't seen it though. Hunting Huber season 2, and most of you've probably seen it. Yeah, Huber used to be a street racer in real life. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Now you're seeing these steel carcasses strewn about the pavement. Yeah, Huber was a real life street racer. Can you believe this? So cool. some of these tracks get so fun when they are like really littered. Some of this stuff sometimes in this game will be like Mad Max, where you have like, by the end, there's like 4 cars that are, you know, that don't have DNFs. So like the track is just like boom, boom, passing these smoking metal carcasses left, right, and center. It's so intense. I love those kind of races where all kinds of cars just get knocked completely out of commission. Is that it? We did it. Piece of cake. Me and one other car left. Yeah, Mr. Showtime had one where there was just, on the higher levels of difficulty, that track is a little more exciting for sure. Thank you, Noodles. Getting Isla some more cash. I think that was just a single race. Easy money indeed. It was a Joker wagon, wasn't it, Wormhole? Little 100. We've got our 32 G's already. Slowly but surely, we're getting Isla some money. Let's see what else we have. Harvester Challenge. I don't like those gimmick races. Hellbilly Rodeo. Fairfield Grassfield. This is a Demolition Derby. We don't like the derbies that much. Demolition Racing. This is what we like. Totaled on Tarmac. 4 races. These are the ones we like. Vehicle not eligible. Vehicle not eligible. Oh! So here's a point where we would have to purchase a vehicle if we wanted to do that one. What does it need to be? Wait, it says all types. Oh, wait. Well, now it's letting us do it? Hellbilly Rodeo. A second ago, it said it wasn't eligible. That's odd. Maybe I misunderstood what was happening. All right, let's get to it. I'm sitting in the back seat, Guardian Ramsey, because the audio seemed to be, Isla tuned up the audio. When I was sitting in the front, I was scooting forward. You see how I'm playing? I just feel comfortable playing like this, leaning forward. And so because the couch got moved up a little, I was sitting in front of the mic. So I was told the audio sounds a little bit better from here. That's why I'm sitting back here, because I didn't want to move around the couch. I just wanted to maximize our time, you know. Oh, no, I accidentally entered a Demolition Derby. I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood for it, Chad. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a lot of fun with the derbies. They're okay. I mean, next event. Yeah, so we don't, I thought, oh yeah, okay. I misread. Demolition Derby. Oh, this was the one I was trying to do. Totaled on Tarmac? Is this the one that didn't let me have? Do you want to abandon it? Yes. Abandon the Demolition Derby. Okay, we haven't done this one yet. We'll do this. As long as I can see okay, it's not ideal. I can see fine, but yeah, you know, I'd like to be a little closer. But I didn't want the audio to sound too roomy either, so I'm fine here. I've gotten used to it now. I seem to be doing fine. It's not hindering my performance. Look at this. I'm about to get rear-ended. Replace the Fast and Furious ride with a Wreckfest simulator at Universal. That'd be fun. The Fast and Furious thing is pretty cool now. I mean, it's been years since I've been back to Universal. Can you believe it? My beloved Universal, which I also used to go to on a weekly basis. Because I've been back in a couple of years. I'm going to go back very soon, though. I'm going back to Universal for the first time. Very soon. I'm so excited. I am so excited! Almost got taken out right there. The Boogeyman. The Goon Rider. So excited to go to Universal. Peek into that Super Mario World. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be peeking. Try to get some information any way I can. I used to have an insider at Universal. I had a special contact at Universal. Can you believe this? A covert contact. They would get me all kinds of insider knowledge before it was made public. I used to, and they had a code name, wouldn't use real names. And their code name, which was the Information Troll. That was actually their code name. And someone I would meet in the park when I'd go, we'd meet at a sort of low-profile location inside the park, okay, ever-changing, and I would glean information from the Information Troll. And they would give me all kinds of off-the-record sort of information on things upcoming at the park, what they're working on, things like that. Like I said, that were not before they were made public. And, of course, I would, you know, keep these things secret. I mean, respect the information, respect my sources, so I wouldn't divulge this information to people. But I don't have this contact anymore because we had a very unique way of getting in contact. You know, there were layers of security around that we had developed around in order to protect the anonymity and safety of the Information Troll. So when the pandemic hit, you know, we had other means of communicating. I'll put it that way. I can't say too much, but we didn't communicate by phone. This is not someone I could just call up and say, look, Information Troll, let's meet over by, you know, Lard Labs or whatever, and give me some information. No. We had a very clandestine sort of means of communicating, okay? And due to the pandemic, I lost contact with my Information Troll. So, one of the things I am looking forward to when I'm returning to Universal Studios in the near future, took another one, chat. One of the things I'm looking forward to is relocating, okay? Recontacting, making contact with my Information Troll. I don't know if there's still work there. I have no idea if the Information Troll is still there. I don't know what the story is. But I hope I come across them. That would be sick. I would probably get some pretty useful information about Super Mario World if that's the case. Super Nintendo Land, whatever you want to call it, okay? Two cans and a string. Yeah. What would you want added in a Wreckfest 2? That's an interesting question. I've never spent any time thinking about something like that. Just recently, I was thinking about what I would want added to another, you know, the next wave race, and I actually came up with some interesting stuff. But a Wreckfest 2, I haven't thought about. What would I like? A track editor could actually be cool. It used to be my philosophy that every single game, you know, years back, I used to say this all the time, like at Defy, I used to commonly say, I think every game should have a level editor of some sort, this and that. I no longer actually believe that. My opinion has changed. And especially, you know, on racing games a lot, you can automatically say, oh, track editor, how awesome. A lot of times it's just not for the best, you know. But I think a track editor in here could be pretty cool, but it'd have to be very robust. It would have to be like the Trials track editor, all-encompassing. You know, there'd be a steep learning curve on it, so it'd turn a lot of people off. So I don't know if that's something they want to develop into it, but I think that could be fun. With the off-roading aspect of this. Ah! I think track editor could be sick. I'm in trouble now. This will be a tough one to get back into. Well, first lap though, so I'm not out of this. We've seen this happen before, okay? Lost a lot of positions there. Major mistake. This will be tough to fight back, but I'm going to try. What would I like? Maybe a bit more off-road stuff, like, you know, like actual kind of dune buggy type stuff, like just a bit of an extreme level of off-road racing, but I don't know. I mean, this has most of what you want. I know what I would really like, actually. I would like a customizable... Oh, wait, no, they pretty much have that in here, too. They have a really good customizable, I was going to say tournament type thing, but really they do. You can choose your track, the weather, you can pretty much customize anything you want. In terms of having custom races in this, now that I think of it, it's tough to think. What? I don't know. Do you have any ideas? This game really has, I mean, that's why I truly believe this is one of the greats. And I will nominate this to the Hall of Greats at some point, is because it really has everything you could want. And it does everything really good. If anything, I would like there to be some other options. Like, I remember, for instance, maybe some options with the type of events. Oh, I know a couple of things for sure that are quirky about this. Okay, one, like, we're in the whatever right now, regional, whatever it's called, not amateurs anymore, but we're in this class of racing. Now, in order to get to the next class, I have to complete a variety of events. Now, you see what's been happening here, right? My particular tastes, I'm like, I don't like destruction derbies because they're not that fun, whatever. I don't like the gimmick races, like racing a couch or a school bus. It's just not my thing. I love banger racing, right? I love demolition racing, all this other stuff. So I think it'd be nice to have a career mode that can be singularly one type of, you know, category of racing. So you're not having to do these other mixed events that are just not comparable to one another, one, but also just, you know, maybe not so enjoyable. That's one thing I would definitely change. A career mode that could be career focused on a particular style of racing that you like, and not just a mixed bag. Another improvement, big time improvement I think they could make, one thing that drives me crazy about Wreckfest, actually, probably my biggest complaint, which I would change in a sequel, is they've got this weird thing in career mode. Because basically you just have to do career mode in this over and over, or else you can do custom races, like I said, but you're not earning off of them, you know? You can do custom races, but you're not earning. Oh, welcome, you need to watch Island on Wandering Village, also situated. All right, I want... When you redo races, they do this weird thing where it's like races I've already completed. You know, let me show you real fast. This is finished, race event 2 of 4. Okay, so you can't see it right here. When we go to the race, for instance, in this event that I'm in right now, this circuit, you know, these 4 races, you can earn so many points. There it is. Look at the bottom, progress. So I have 200 out of 400 potential points right now because I've gotten 2 first place. If I get 4 first place, I'm going to get 400 out of this whole event. The thing that drives me crazy about this game is when you get to the harder levels of difficulty, you're fighting for these points a lot more and you're accepting less, you know? So I might get 200 and whatever, 50 points on a 400 point circuit, and I'm happy with that because it lets me complete the circuit, but I know I can do better. The thing that drives me crazy about this, though, is to replay those events. You need to delete, it tells you every time, if you want to redo this, you need to delete your previous progress. And you say, why? And the reason that sucks is because you might look, oftentimes, I would get things like 385 out of 400. Almost perfect, right? And it's a hard, we're talking about now we're on extreme difficulty and all this crap. So you're like, you know, this is a hard circuit and maybe 6 races. So you're going to run 6 races. It's going to take you 40 minutes of your time, real world time. You're doing really good. And maybe you don't finish perfect. You get 385 out of 400. You say, good, next time I'm going to do better. But the next time it goes back to, if you want to re-enter the race, it goes back to 0. So if that one you just screw everything up and you only get 150, that's your new total. That drives me nuts. Why can't you keep the score you've set and be racing against that? It makes no sense that you have to tell me. I mean, maybe someone can explain to me. No other racing games usually do that. Usually you re-enter a whole circuit from the beginning. It'll maintain your old score. It won't reset your score completely. And it's an aggravating thing when you're trying to perfect an entire, you know, like 12 different classes of, you know, when you're doing a whole category. It really is frustrating because you're like, you know, you're lowering your score essentially. And some of these races, if you're not doing perfect, you know, you're doing pretty good again, but you're not doing good as good as your best thing, and some of your overall score is getting lower and lower, and that's frustrating. You should at least maintain your best, I think. That's a big change out there. Maybe other people disagree. I'd be curious to see what you think. Those are a couple of changes I can immediately think of. that I would like in a sequel, but this game does so much right. It's tough to be too critical of it. That was nasty. That was nasty what I just did. Did you see that? That was quite cruel. And I gave up the position to the sheriff. One of two. Oh, this is a short race. You have to be careful on some of these. When they're only 2 laps, it goes by fast. Look what I'm doing. I'm making this guy nervous. That was nasty. It was nasty what I did. It was nasty. Oh, and the tires. Yeah, little things like that. Like the tires. It's so bizarre. You can change so many different aspects of your car that have an effect on performance, but then there's things like tires that you change and that has no effect on performance, as we brought up earlier. That's bizarre. Little things like that, which I still to this day don't make sense. Why on earth don't the tires affect performance? It's very strange. A more robust paint system might be nice. Usually I'm not like insane about customizing cars, but in this game it is kind of fun because the damage is so awesome and everything. So the paint options are a little bit limited in this game. Things like that I maybe expand. That's a very superficial thing, obviously. I haven't seen Severance. I've not seen a single episode of Severance. I've only seen the billboards. That's all I've seen of Severance. I've never even seen a trailer for it. I finally watched Reservation Dogs. I hadn't seen that, you know. I just watched that. So I'm a little behind on quite a few series. I've got quite a backlog. They have custom paint jobs in this one. It's just a little tiny bit limited. We're cruising. Yeah, everyone talking about the tires perfecting performance, true. All right, we're still racing. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 6:03. It's quitting time. All right, we'll do another at least. Where are we at? Because I botched the wave race today, which I feel awful about, I really wanted to be wave racing. Uno mas, noodles. Perfect timing. Look at that. We're at the last race of the event, so we can finish strong for Isla, and she's going to have a nice amount of cash. She had a little less than, we earned her 16. I think she had 12 when we first started, so now she has 38,000 from 12 to 38. Uno mas. Full on customizable. Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Showtime. Isla's gonna get a little bit of cash. She'll be thrilled, hopefully. Maybe let her pick the car. Originally, I was going to say let's buy her a car at the end. Maybe we'll just leave her with a nice little thing of cash and say, Isla, pick something you like. I think that's a nice gesture for her letting us play her Wreckfest after all. All right, this is the big one. The Super Bowl. Oh! This is the big dance. I love all that. Screaming concrete barriers. Mr. Razor took a swing there. They didn't realize how heavy my car was. Third Trooper. Oh, Mr. Razor coming back for more. We got to watch out for Mr. Razor in this race. They are bloodthirsty. I don't remember what track this is. Thank goodness. That was a nice cushion. It was a nasty tactic, but I did it. Oh boy. I don't remember which course we're on right now. Most of these courses I know pretty well, but sometimes every once in a while it'll take me a second to get... I don't remember this one. Oh, okay, it's starting to piece together. It's starting to piece together. So much chaos. Oh, I wish I could have shown you more chaos. That's why I really wanted to get to the harder levels today, but there were more races than I remembered we had to get through. On the later levels of difficulty, the chaos in this game is beautiful. Some of the most beautiful chaos you could ever witness. It's just outrageously sick, where you're literally just laughing out loud from the insane destruction all around you. This game gets so crazy. We've seen some very mild stuff today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to thrill you as much as I wanted to, but at least we made a lot of progress. We did make non-stop progress. I mean, I think we only got first place every single race. Did you see the dust in that light, in those light rays? I don't know if that dust is coming through. If that dust is coming through in those light rays, does that not look sick as hell? They've done so many visual upgrades to this game over its life. Oh! Bogey! Lucky 99 is now stepping up to dance. Oh! I didn't even realize we're at the finish line. Did they steal it? We got away with one there. I didn't even realize. That was a quick race. I didn't even realize. Woo, yes, my good luck charm did good for us today. Teaming up on me big time. I didn't realize that was the end. Copter Skates, 66 months. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the DGDs, Noodles, Screaming Argonaut, Mr. Showtime, Bach Band. That was a photo finish. Be Our Spies. Wormhole, Narwhal, Mr. Showtime. They tried. They almost got it at the last second. I wasn't paying attention. I thought we had a few more laps left. They could have easily stolen that from me. But we got away with one, and we did good. Look at that. Over 40 G's. That sounds nice thing, right? Isla should be happy about that. We got her some cash. I'm not racing other people. I'm going through career mode. I was trying to unlock some cash in career mode. We did quite good. Look at this. I still have about a half a Mountain Dew left. That's good. I'm going to nurse this thing on the way home in traffic. Awesome. I'm glad you had fun, Mr. Showtime. I had fun. Thank you, MXA. My apologies for the bungled wave race today. I will make it up to you. We will wave race again, and it will be wonderful. But I'm glad that Wreckfest was pretty good. Pretty good little substitute, I would say. All right, thank you, Gameplay Dismay, everyone for joining, everyone for being part of this thing and supporting us as always. Pump that shit, indeed, Rebirth. Indeed, Miguel 3000 showed up. Thank you for being here. Monster MJ, thank you for being here. Look at this, final position first, 400 out of 400. That always feels good. Shindig, it is lovely stuff. I agree with you. Wreckfest is a good game. So look where we are, Madman Stadium. We have a bunch more to get through in order to unlock this, Challengers. When you get up here, though, when you get up to Pro, International, and World Masters, that's the kind of chaos and carnage we're talking about that I like. So maybe one day we'll get there together. On a future stream, we'll do more Wreckfest. Maybe I should nominate this for my Hall of Greats next time. I don't know. Right now, in the past, there's been another time when I said, I'm going to nominate Wreckfest this time. I was about a couple weeks away, and then in a week before, I thought of some other game, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this one. Always a pleasure, Rinder. Noodles. Everybody. Remember to wishlist Trail Out on Steam. Thank you, Mr. Showtime. I got to put this, I got to write this down right now. I'm going to forget. I'm very forgetful sometimes. Let me put Trail Out. It's an odd name. It's hard to remember that name, Trail Out. You hear the words Trail Out and you don't think of, I don't think of a racing game. I think of something else. I'm not sure what it is, but Trail Out is a hard name to remember. Good looking game. Hard title to remember. Trail Out. Wish list. Did it. Done deal. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you for telling me about that game, Mr. Showtime, and reminding me of it again. All right, we did it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. We'll see you soon. What do we have coming up tomorrow? What do we have coming up? That's a good question. Who knows? The podcast is happening tomorrow for sure. Is Mike and Mike happening tomorrow, I believe? There's the schedule. Screaming Argonauts on top of it. Check it out. We have some nice stuff coming down the pipes. We're shooting some nice stuff on Friday. That's all I'll say. Future stuff is coming down the line. Extremely good content is being produced. I can say that with confidence, and a good amount of it. We're putting it together, and we're going to lay it out. In these next couple months, stuff is going to start coming out. People are going to be excited about. I know it. I'm very excited. We're doing a lot of things. Good things are going on at Easy Allies, thanks to all of you. Okay? Thank you, everybody, once again. Frame Trap is up for early access. Excellent. You may like this episode. Panel killing it. This is a good episode. Damiani, Huber, and of course the one and only Bradley Ellis killed it on Frame Trap. Check that out when you get a chance. Okay. Thank you, chat, for joining me. I had fun. Sick as hell. As always, I'm going to take us out.